Hey folks, how you doing? So hopefully we have enough light because I'm doing this outdoors. Just had enough of indoors today. Spent most of the day with the mask on, but I gotta say it was an amazing day for me when it comes to knife making. You know, I finished 3 folding knives. Mostly thanks to the fact that I had the 2 Framelocks pretty much ready. I had most of the stuff. I had milled out pairing packets. I had a lot of stuff ready for the day. So you've seen the small flipper. Really grow to like it. It really is handy. I'm not crazy about how it looks. It wasn't planned like that. You know, it was supposed to look just like this when it's closed. You know, nice and kind of even, that closed position. But you know what? It is a good little knife. I like it. It's only 3.5 ounce. You know, the EDC is 3 ounces. This 3.5. Because it's larger, it's wider, but I really like it. It's such a slim profile, barely feel in the pocket. You know, like I said, it looks about the same as the Framelock, regular Framelock non-flipper, but this is a lot more bulkier. And also because of the pocket, I used the smaller screws on this, I was able to contour pocket clips even more. You know, like the weight goes down towards the end because the screw is small, a lot smaller. Also this, so this is the one, this is the large Framelock. Same thing, look at that pocket clip, the weight contours down. It really is like, I don't feel that pocket clip there at all. This is a huge knife, and this one is a really cool flipper. It's the large flipper. I think you've seen this one before the heat treat when I kind of put it together just to see how it looks and if everything is working. So it's finished. Did the rock pattern on it as well, kind of like first off to go with the theme of the knives that I keep for myself, because I will keep all these first ones for myself. And second off, this titanium is thinner, so I can really sculpt my handle, my traditional handle into it. So that's why rock pattern. And orange peel on that, and then anodized. The anodized on orange peel is pretty cool because it changes color. It's really hard to anodize orange peel nice and even because it behaves completely different. But it gives that pretty cool, like a holographic thing to it. And this was done, you know, by me just kind of like pulling it out as I was raising up the voltage. So this is a big knife, you know, it's still slim, it's only 4 ounces, but it's almost 4-inch blade. It is a big knife, and I love the grind I did on it. It's really thin, high performer grind here, and it comes to nice and strong tip. You see that convex tip? Look at that, nice and strong. I like it. I really like this thinner stock. You know, this is cool, the thicker stock on the first EDC Framelock, but this thinner stock, it's lighter, it cuts a lot better. You know, say what you want, I'm definitely a user. I'm not collector at all, and this one flips pretty nice. It has a weak detent, you know, strong enough it's not gonna just open on you in the pocket, but I don't know, just the way it's put together, it flips really nicely. And like on the other one, the flipper is just very small little nibble on the top, and it just flips good. I think definitely feels like it's flipping better than the small one, even though I like the small one better just visually. The size is much more friendlier for me than this large one, but I know there are a lot of people that will like these large knives. I don't even think I will use this one myself. It's just too big for me, but it feels great in the hand. Look at that, you know, my small hand, and if I go really up high, I still have like 3/4 of an inch space in the back. And the nice thing about this though, even though they are flippers, I still can get quite comfortable grip even in the chest lever grip, which is pretty cool. Very rarely, because most of the time those flippers come backward on the flipper knives, very rarely you can actually use a flipper knife comfortably in the chest lever grip if you were to do such task. I personally, you know, as much as I don't like bushcraft and all that stuff, this comes from kind of from that theme. But the chest lever grip is the grip where you can get the most control, the most secure cut when you're cutting away from you, and you can put the most power into the cut. That's just what it is. So I do cut like that pretty often because I cut some nasty stuff, and it is just the safest way and the best way to cut really hard cuts. And the last one, I did the friction folder, EDC friction folder, which I was super excited about, and I think righteously so, because you know I love my Framelock, the small first one, and the friction folder is pretty much exact copy of it. So as you see, it's almost identical. It really is. I even did that kind of almost meaningless finger choke. I mean, for me with my small hands, I can choke up on it and do the little detail work without cutting myself. Larger fingers wouldn't fit it there, you know. Even it's not a choke up, literally choke up grip, but it's that kind of when you just rest a finger on it to get the little closer to the blade and do a little final work. Or in this position, I can rest my index finger there for the tip control. So it really is meant like that. It's not literally like a choke up finger choke. And the secondary, if beside the Framelock, it stops the blades, you know, the stops there on a close position. Beside that, it's actually also like on many Spyderco security feature. You know, when you close the knife, your finger goes there. If the knife were to close on you, that front finger choke stops on your index finger, so you cannot cut yourself. When you're holding a knife in a regular grip and something happens and the knife closes on you, that finger will stop it from closing on your fingers and cutting you. Same with the Framelock. You know, that's I would say the main reason. It wasn't actually planned like that. I didn't want to have it there, but just because of the small design, I had to incorporate that rest here for the close position. But I think it actually worked out well, because the main thing is that the security of not closing on your fingers and cutting you is, I think, a pretty big deal, and is definitely a good feature of the knife. So really happy with this. This one is also, one thing is that I ground into the logo slightly, literally that exact line where the G starts, that's where the grind line starts. But it has a really nice and clean satin grind, and again also crazy thin and ridiculous cutting performance grind on it. Again, I don't think I would grind knife like this for customers, but for me this is what I like. This type of grind, that type of thickness is what I like. You know, when I want to use something harder, I still have that tip with the stronger edge, and the actual very end of it is also stronger. But when I want to cut something and I want the knife to cut easily and safely, that's why I want to have that edge there like that, definitely. So, hope you enjoyed it, guys. This is actually, by the way, 670 carbon fiber bead blasted. I'm not sure if I will sell this one, because I think I would like to keep the friction folder for myself, going in a theme with titanium rock pattern, just like I have my folders. So I might put this one for sale on Gear Bastion, and then when I get some titanium water jet cut, because I'm waiting for scales from titanium being cut for the friction folder as well. So I might want to do that and sell this one, so I'll see. But this one is incredibly light, it weighs nothing. Oh, and one more thing I forgot to mention. Pretty neat feature what I did with this is it has very simple construction, just 2 pivots, 1/4 inch up front and 3/16 in the back. And the backspacer, but backspacer, it's not just sitting between the two scales, it's actually countersunk, counterbored into the scale, so it's actually nested and press fitted into that carbon fiber, about 20 thousandths on each side. So you don't have just the backspacer as, you know, keeping the scales in the separate certain distance. It's actually nested, so it gives you even a lateral, you know, reinforcement. Beside the fact that it's wider than the pivot, it's nested and press fitted in the scale, so it gives you even more structural support. So for how simple the construction is actually very rigid and very solid construction. So I thought that was pretty neat to mention. So guys, hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. Take care, stay safe, and remember, don't cut yourself.